Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a very, very warm welcome to 471 Papanui Road, more importantly the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. By way of introduction, my name is Chris Kennedy, one of two auctioneers working in our room this morning. I'm joined by my good friend and colleague on the far right there, Mr. Mark Morrison. He joins me on the rostrum today and will take part in today's offering of some 11 properties. We bid you a very, very good morning. We remind you though that we do work under COVID-19 restrictions and alert levels 2. We ask that you have scanned on the way in. We also ask that you've sanitised your hands on the way in, you sanitise on the way out, you remain masked if you would, and you stay in the bubbles that you are currently in at the moment. Should you fall ill in the next 10 to 14 days, please see your medical practitioner and do let us know, as we'll have some things to do from that point as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge and thank our owners. I'd like to acknowledge and thank them for the ease of access, their presentation, but first and foremost for their choice in agency. We know there is an array of choice in the marketplace. We do acknowledge the choice they've made to work alongside the wonderful team here at Harcourts Gold, and to each and every one of our owners throughout today's program, we wish you all the very, very best with your decision making. Now, talking about the team here at Harcourts Gold, there are some important faces throughout the room that I would like to introduce you to. Lynette McFadden, business owner here. Lynette's here to help and guide you through this morning's process. Next to her is Jane Meyer. She's our executive manager here at Papanui. Margaret Danger, she looks after our Redwood operation. And of course, I've introduced you to Mark Morrison. Doug Soper, he's floating around as well. He runs our East Side offices. Mr. John McFadden, business owner, just walked in. Welcome, John. Nice to see you here. Our team are here alongside you to help and guide you through this morning's processes. Anna McKenzie, she's got the plastic face mask on. Another manager here at Papanui. She's floating around as well. They're all here to help you with that process. Sandra O'Brien, she stands beside me. She marks those bids. She keeps me on track should I lose my way. And of course, Alana Cosgrove, she puts what you see on the screen. She beams out to that big wide world web. She also beams out there. To anybody online, we welcome you in. We wish you all the best in your endeavours today. And any one time, we can see in excess of 50 to 100 people viewing it online through our YouTube channel. Now, I know that the wonderful team here at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all the relevant documentation available to you throughout the campaign, the limb, the title, and the contract in which we work from, the contract that is approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. It's to that contract I now take you. Now, our sellers, they have specified a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I or Mark accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneers, we'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised, and we can refuse a bid should we deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I or Mark, or a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may place a bid on behalf of any other person. As your auctioneers, we'll endeavour to identify such parties as we proceed through this morning's auctions. Now, we do know that a number of our team, and throughout the day, a number of our colleagues from around the city will be in the rooms assisting and helping buyers throughout the auction process. We will clearly identify those as we move through, and be assured we've seen all the paperwork. It is bona fide, and you should be abundantly comfortable with that. Now, pursuant to 2.5 of the contract, our sellers in all cases have given myself and Mark the exclusive right to place bids on their behalf. Now, should we place a bid on behalf of our sellers, be assured it'll be well below the reserve price, and we'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owner. We'll make it very, very clear. Pursuant to 2.6 of the contract, our sellers, they reserve the right to withdraw their property from sale without it being sold and declaring the reserve price. Now, what that means is that if we don't reach our reserve, we're simply going to take a break. We're going to pause and we're going to have a conversation with the highest bidder. From those conversations, we'll come back into the room and announce one of several things. Our sellers and buyers may or may not have altered their instructions. We may or may not be on the market and selling. Or finally, that our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from sale and sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, make sure you hold that highest bid. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, Mark will simply determine that dispute, or will re-off the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, which is when the hammer falls in your favour, you'll be required to do one of three things: sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. They are the rules in which you bid and buy for today. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Buyers, bid strong, bid with heart. It's a beautiful market, and it's a wonderful, wonderful, transparent place to purchase property. Talking about purchasing property, we have 11 auctions in front of us today for your competitive bidding. We've had 3 brought forward auctions throughout the week leading into today's auctions. Number 3, 12 Gregan Crescent by Leanne Marriott, 808,000 sold for. 461A Barrington Street sold by Mike Franklin, $790,000. And just on Tuesday, we had 9 Springbank Street with Mary Turnbull selling at $902,000. So a very, very good market, good, strong market. I take you to our first offering of the day, and I welcome into the room Jack Lawler. Jack, you've been running the campaign for the past 3 weeks. You've had a beautiful campaign. You all set to go? Good luck to you, Jack, and of course good luck to our wonderful owners. The property itself, though, it's more formally described as number 23 Burnside Crescent, Burnside, Christchurch City. Now, this is a freehold parcel of land, some 908 square metres. It is on lot 34, deposited plan 20440. It's contained and described in Certificate of Title, Volume 2A, Folio 1064 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession. You're bidding today, GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. We take that you have read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 26. You bid, you buy on that basis. And as we've said, cash and unconditional is your bidding. No change to the chattels list. I won't go through those. Possession settlement date, that's the day your life just gets that whole lot better. That's set down for the 19th of November 2021. Now, Jack, she's taking you down that driveway of due diligence. I'm just going to walk you back down there one last time, remind you what we have on offer. Gee, this is Burnside brilliance here at number 23. It's a Morris Carter design. You've just got to love that. It's just a fabulous layout, beautifully positioned. And look, if education is a factor in your buying decision, then it doesn't get a whole lot better than this particular zoning and this particular location. It is simply superb. This is a wonderful 4-bedroom family home. The living, well, it's sunny, it's private, and it's expensive. It really is. I love the free flow out onto that large patio area, the fold out doors. Beautiful, beautiful 4-bedroom home. Loads of loads of bench space and storage in that beautiful kitchen. It's open plan into the dining. Then a more formal sort of living area, really just beautifully appointed. Just life gets a whole lot better here at number 23 in my view. All set on some 900 square metres of wonderful, wonderful grounds, exceptional garaging, beautiful opportunity. Buyers, my instructions, open the bidding at $680,000, and I look for $20 on the rise. $700 now at $700,000. Was that, Jack? $700,000. There you go, very quick and on our way with an auction now at $700,000. 720 back there with Anna McKenzie. Now look for 40 on the rise at 720 and 40 back here at 740. It's against you now, Anna. 40 down here. Look for 60.
Yes, 760.
60 it is. 80 beckons if you like. At 760's the call. First.
80.
780, there you go. Leaves that door of 800 open. At 780 the bid now. I look for 800, Anna. Once at 780. Twice.
800.
800, there you go. Straight back with confidence if you like. Is it 820?
820.
820, there you go. Well done, Jack, working with buyers, and Anna McKenzie working with buyers. $820,000, 40 if you like, at 820. 4 bedrooms, Burnside, magnificent, Once at $820. Quickly now, twice at $820,000. Third final call at 820. Anna. Oh, being told to slow down already. 820 is the call now. 4 bedrooms, beautiful opportunity, $820,000. Fairly bit enough now. It is with you, Jack. I look for an increase. Happy for your buyers to increase at this level if you like. But at 828, an odd number, but happy to do that at 828. At 828, you keep 850, even better at 850. 850, happy for you to go in 8s, Anna, but at 850 the bid's here. At 850, shaking your head, you'll go home, you'll go away homeless and with a sore neck. At 850's the call. Once at 850. Twice the money at 850. Third final call at 850. Well, sir, I don't have instructions to sell. Can I ask you to increase your bid? Would you give me 870? Would you bid me 870? 850 is the bid. Beautiful opportunity in the heart of Burnside, in Burnside Crescent. Number 23. Beautiful, beautiful family home. 4 bedrooms, wonderful living. 850 is the call. I look for an increase. Can't sell it to you. You bidding, sir? Best to look at me. 850. Can I ask for an increase, or are you increasing over here? 850. Sandra, we might have to tell a joke. Not one of yours, though. Not one of yours, my dear. They're only good for a Friday night. 850. What's that, Dar? Oh, Martha, I mean. 870, thank you. Welcome back at 870. $870,000. There's the bid now.
We get the change of instruction on the market.
We're selling at 870. Hold tight, sir. Anna, I'm selling to the couple here at $870,000 for the want of another bid. $870,000. I give you 3 opportunities. I sell to my new best friend seated here in the centre at 870. First call at 870. Twice the money at 870. Third final call, $870,000. You sure you're up? Thank you for your bidding. Delighted to announce 23 Burnside Crescent. It goes, it is gone and sold. Well fought, well bought. Congratulations. Tonight the bidders, my commiserations. Welcome back to our next auction of number 7, Kingstown Drive in West Mountain. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this morning's offering. My role, quite simply, just to complete the wonderful work of your lead marketing consultants, Mr. Cameron Bailey and Mr. Brendan Hart. Are you all set to go, gentlemen?
Yep, all set.
Well done. Good luck to you both, and of course, good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owners. I do remind you that we do work under Alert Level 2 and COVID-19 rules. We ask that you scan on the way in, you sanitise coming in, you sanitise going out, and you remain masked and in the bubbles that you're currently standing in. Should you become unwell in the next 10 to 14 days, that you do seek some medical advice, and do let us know, because we'll have some work that we'll need to do as well. We wish you all the best with your bidding today. Now, I know that Cameron and Brendan, they will have made all the relevant documentation available, the limb, the title and the contract. It's to that contract I now take you. Now, our sellers, they've specified a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised, and I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interest of our owners. Now, myself or an agent working on behalf of the seller may submit a bid on behalf of any other person, and as your auctioneer, I'll identify such parties prior to the commencement of bidding, or in fact while bidding takes place. Now, what that means is, should a number of our colleagues from our own office around the city be placing bids here today, buyers, be assured those bids are bona fide. We've seen the paperwork and we're abundantly comfortable with that. Now, our owners, they've given myself as auctioneer the exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Should I place a bid on behalf of our owners, be assured it'll be well below that reserve price. I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owners. I'll make it abundantly clear. Now, pursuant to 2.6 of the contract, our sellers, they've also reserved the right to withdraw the property from sale, sell it outside the room without declaring the reserve price. Now, what that refers to is, if we don't reach our reserve price, I'm simply going to pause, going to have a conversation with the highest bidder. From those conversations, we'll come back into the room and announce one of several things. Our sellers and our buyers may or may not have altered their instructions. We may or may not be on the market. Or our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from auction and they've sold it outside the room. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, as we will talk to you first. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I'll re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, which is the fall of the hammer, you'll be required to do one of several things: sign the memorandum recording the sale, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. They are the rules in which you bid and buy for today. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. The property itself, though, it's more formally described as number 7 Kingstown Drive, West Melton. It is a freehold parcel of land, some 777 square metres. It is on lot 201, deposited plan 517315. It is contained and described in certificate of title, folios 808050 of the Canterbury Land Registry. Your bidding today is GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. We offer you vacant possession. We take that you had read clauses 22 through to 24.4. You bid, you buy on that basis. And once again, cash and unconditional. No change to the channels, but I do point out that the feature light shade over the dining table, that does not stay. That's excluded from today's sale. Possession, settlement date, one of the same. That's set down for the 26th of November 2021, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Let me just take you back one last time before I look for your competitive bidding. Postcode 7676 takes me to West Melton, where we find number 7 set on 777 square metres of pancake flat land. Now, if Daniel Craig was out there, Mr. 007, buying a property, he'd buy this one with all the 7s. There is a wonderful opportunity for you and for him. I love the curbside appeal of this wonderful home. You pull up outside, it is fabulous. It just glistens, it shines, and it just shows you a quality residence. When you walk through that front door, gee, it doesn't disappoint. 2 wings, the west wing dedicated to a guest accommodation, and of course living, dining, kitchen, beautifully appointed with magnificent appliances, fabulous offering. What I call the east wing, that's set for further accommodation, main bathroom, master with ensuite, beautiful walk-in robes, really well appointed. The home, it's situated on its site, the beautiful sun, magnificent privacy, it really is, and it's set in that enclave in West Mountain of some beautiful magical homes. Quality around you, quality surrounds you. You won't go wrong in this fabulous location. Buyers, my instructions, open the bidding at $800,000, and I'll look for 25 on the rise if you like. At $800,000 with me on a vendor bid. 825. Welcome to the bidding, sir. Hope to see you at the end. 825. There you go. We've got an auction. We're on it. Sorry?
1 million.
1 million. There, straight to a million. There you go. Fighting fire with fire. You go $1,025,000, sir. $1,025,000. There's the bid. There's the competition at $1,025,000. At $1,025,000, I look for 50 if you like at $1,025,000 bid. First call at $1,025,000. 1,100,000 Do you go 1,125,000, sir? Or do you go 1,2? 1,100,000. Sorry?
No.
You're out, you finished? Done at 1,100,000? That's a shame, sir. I'd hope to see you place another bid. At $1,100,000 the bid here. Happy to take 25s from you. At $1,100,000 once at 1-1. Twice the money at 1,100,000. Third final call at 1,100,000. Cam, don't have instructions to sell. Do you want to take a pause and have a Sorry? Pause it. You're out, sir. Not going to place a bid. I'll pause here at 1,100,000. Happy for that to happen? Cam, pause with you at 1,100,000. We'll find some space and offer you an opportunity. You'll buy on the phone an opportunity at 1,100,000.
Forward now with our third opportunity of the day, being number 64B Fairfield Ave in Addington. By way of introduction, Mark Morrison is my name. I will be in charge of proceedings for our next auction, and joining the rostrum alongside Mr. Chris Kennedy. We've had a good positive start with some good bidding across our first two auctions. Before we move into the part you're all here for today, it would be remiss of me not to remind you of our COVID-19 processes. You seem to be following it pretty nicely thus far. Make sure you have checked in, you've signed in, and you've scanned in and sanitised on the way in. Make sure you sanitise your hands when you leave. If you could just take a quick moment to do that. We'll keep our social distancing, as you're doing a good job of thus far. Keep those masks on throughout the process. If you become unwell in the next 14 days, please just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation. There are a few boxes that we need to tick as an organisation, so thanks for working alongside us in that regard. Now, as you might expect, today we work to a confidential reserve price. Your job as the bidders is the easiest job of the day. Your job is simply to get the bidding up and to that reserve price and over it. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. I can nominate the sum by which the bids increase. I can actually refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the very best interest of my owners. If a dispute arises with any bidding, I'll sort that out. More than likely, we just revert to the last undisputed bid, and then I will simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. As the auctioneer, I can place bids on behalf of my owners, known as vendor bids. If I place a vendor bid, you can be rest assured that they are well under our selling instructions, well under that confidential reserve price, and I will label them very, very clearly, using language ironically such as vendor bid or the bidders with me. Best course of action is just to bid with confidence over and above any vendor bids that I place, and we will be just fine. Now, the part that you're all here for is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. If and when it falls in your favour, well done, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence any celebrations, we will ask a few simple things from you. Firstly, you'll sign the paperwork, the agreement, and in doing so, you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you will arrange to make a payment of 10% of the purchase price. And thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, that's how things will play today. Cash unconditional is your buying. Make yourself known to me. If I don't see you initially, wave out, shout out, you will not offend me. Mary Turnbull, Annabelle Young have been our lead agents, dual representatives of this magnificent property in Fairfield Ave. I know that you've had a very busy campaign. Good luck to the both of you, and good luck to our lovely owners, a beautiful young family, I might add, in Fairfield Ave. This is an estate in freehold. It is 236 very neat and precise square metres of that freehold parcel of land. Lot 3, deposit plan 386124. That's all outlined, it's all detailed in that certificate of title. Annabelle, Mary and the team have furnished upon one and each and every one of you in recent times. Friday, the 3rd of December 2021 is the conjoined settlement and possession date I have set down in front of me. I note some registered telephone bidders may come into play. I will nominate them. I will let you know, inform you of those telephone bidders should they come into play throughout this auction. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels. You've had more than enough time to review those. As you have those further terms of sale, namely clauses 22 through to 24, I remind you that you bid and you buy on that basis here today, folks. Well, Fairfield Ave, to me, this is your Goldilocks home. It's not too big, it's not too small. I think it's just about right in every sense of the words. It's situated at the end of the driveway. I love that situation of this one because it means that you're tucked down and away off the road. Your peace and privacy, well, it's absolutely assured. This is a wonderful home to come to at the end of the day just to relax and unwind. Upstairs, well, that's where those 3 generously proportioned bedrooms are and that family bathroom. I love the sense of serenity that you get in that bathroom. The nice full-length bath would be a nice place to relax at the end of the day. When you come back downstairs, well, it just keeps getting a whole lot better, doesn't it? That stylish, that functional kitchen space, the breakfast bar, and those living spaces, how they all interconnect and really work in beautiful tandem together. And I love that connection outside to that very private courtyard. That's going to be just once more another nice place to be. You access that via those dual sets of doors, so plenty of ease of access there. Love the double garaging. That's the place to house the cars, and I would suggest that the cars will stay at home a lot because this location means that you are so close to the central city, really just not too far outside of the 4 avenues I would suggest that Lime and Uber will add to your vocabulary. That's how you'll be getting around town. This is just a wonderful opportunity to live the good life in Fairfield Ave. Folks, my instructions very, very clear this morning. That is to place a vendor bid on behalf of my lovely owners at 450,000. Who's got 470 plus 20? Doug is 470. There we go. We're well connected at 470. Doug Soper working with the 570. Heard it, didn't see it with the mask. There we go. Thank you. Working with Annabelle at 570 and 90 at 590 and 600. Welcome into you. 610. Thank you, sir. 630. Got it here. 50, nicely done, got you there at 6 and 660, your favourite band, Chris. 670 here, 80, who's next? 90 here, 700, sir, good luck. 710. Quickly, that was fun, let's keep this momentum going at 720, Steph, working. Thank you, at 730 and 40 on the rebuttal. 50, 60, 770. 780's next, Steph. First call at 770.
780.
80 now.
Mark, we have instructions. We are on the market and selling.
So at $780,000 and 85 I sell to you at this stage at 785. Once called at 785, now's the time to fight, folks. At 785. Twice called. Selling.
790.
Hebe got you there at 790. Welcome in. Fresh bidder at 790. You take confidence from that. 795. Sounds like it's on sale, and it is at 795. 800 Hebe, would you say?
799.
Okay, leaves 800 wide open. 799. Strategically done. Is it 800 here? 800 without hesitation. Good social proof. This is good real estate. 802. On the rise. Do you stick with the twos if you like? First call. 804 she does. 805 a mere 1. 806 matching your every move, Hebe. At 806 against you here. Once called. Haven't forgotten about you down the front. And 1. At 807 can't miss you on the high vis either. But at 807 first selling. Twice. I count it down. Good bid. 810. Go 13, Hebe. At 810 I sell here. And 1 was it? Thank you. 811. 811. Strong bidding. At 815. That's the way to do it. At 815. First call and I sell at 815. Twice now. At 815
817.
and 17. Do you get me to 825? $820, fair enough. At 820, put 3 on. At 82 I sell once. At 820. Let you collect your thoughts. Twice now, not for too long. Steph, how are we looking? You don't often lose.
21, Mark.
Thank you, Chris, at 821. Key to the door potentially. At 821. I remember being 21.
It's a long time
A
ago.
long time. Not quite as long as for you though, Chris. At $821,000. Selling here is at 825. First. Second. 822. The Richie Beno. 22. The great man, the great commentator. 822. Selling here first. At 822 for Fairfield. 3 good sized bedrooms upstairs. Love that kitchen.
830.
830. Good strategy. That doesn't put you off though. That just encourages you that it's good real estate at $830,000. It's not what it's worth today, it's what it's worth in 10 years' time. It's what you buy for. First call at 830. Second call and I sell at 830. You come back for another one. Just a cheeky one on the side. Third call. Hammers up. At 830, I will take $500 from you if it helps, Annabelle. And your lovely buyer at 830. Otherwise, I sell here. Just need to know really hard for me to tell with the face mask. Would you like to bid 500 or would I just sell here? 831, welcome back. Just in the nick of time. At 831. First, another little committee meeting over here. Twice now at 831. Do you get it for that one? Courageous bid? 832. She matches you and you'd go 33. At 33 on the year. 833. First call selling. City Fringe. You can lime scooter into work. Twice call. Save on that petrol. At 835. At 83 and 5. Worth it all day at 835. Here's 836 at 836 and 40. Get your weekends back. You can head away for the long weekend. No more open homes. First chance at 840. I sell across the far side. I can sell to you if you bid me a little bit more. Twice. Penultimate opportunity and third and final at 840. You said no before. I am happy for you to change your mind. At 840 I sell here. Are you okay with that? Appreciate the bidding. All the very best. I know Annabelle will help you into your next home. At $840,000, or do you just buy this one? It's going. It's going. You stole my line, and it is gone here. Well done. Well done, sir. Congratulations. Well fought, well bought, and to our numerous underbidders, thank you for your keen interest and participation.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the room. I take you back to our offering of number 7 Kingstown Drive in West Melton. We ran this auction just some time ago. We held this auction. We paused the bid at $1,100,000. Harry, I understand outside the room your bidder has graciously increased their bid to $1,225,000. You just confirm that with me? $1,225,000. I look to our wonderful owners. We have instructions to sell at $1,225,000. Confirm? $1,225,000. And I'm going to sell number 7 Kingstown Drive in West Melton. I give you 3 opportunities and 3 opportunities only. First, and I sell number 7 Kingstown. Second call then at $1,225,000. Third final call. Done. Silent. Congratulations, Harry, you've done it. Well done. Delighted to announce 7 Kingstown Drive. It goes, it is gone and sold. Well thought, well bought. Congratulations. I'm now going to hand back to my good friend and colleague, Mr. Mark Morrison, who will take us to our next offering in Fobon.
We can now move forward with our next auction being 6B Fobon Street in Ebony. By way of introduction, for any latecomers or new arrivals, Mark Morrison is my name. I'm here to guide you through proceedings here this morning for number 6B Fobon Street. Before I do that, I will just remind you that we need to follow our COVID-19 processes, so let's just make sure that we've sanitised our hands on the way in. Do that upon your departure. Make sure you've used the app, you've checked in, you've signed in. Keep our social distancing, so we'll just remain in our little bubbles that we work in, and we'll keep our masks on. That would be hugely appreciated. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, please just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation, so we can follow our processes that we must follow as Jacinda requires us to do so. Now today we work to a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing it to you, the bidders at large. Your job is very, very simple today. It's to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser today. Now, I may nominate the sum by which the bids increase. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners. And if a dispute arises with any bidding, well, I will sort that out. More than likely, we revert to the last undisputed bid, and then I reopen the bidding sequence from there. Vendor bidding, you may have heard of it. That is my sole right and responsibility as an auctioneer. I may place vendor bids from time to time. If I do so, they'll always be well under our reserve price, and I will communicate them to you very clearly by using language such as vendor bid, or the bid is with me. Best course of action is just to bid with confidence over and above those vendor bids, and you will be absolutely fine. Now the part you're all here for is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. If it does fall in your favour, well done. You are the purchaser. Before you commence your celebrations, we will get you to sign the paperwork. You'll pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price and complete the GST information outlined in Schedule 1. So that is how we will work our auction today. It is very transparent. You can change your mind as many times as you like in terms of the price you would like to pay. Make yourself known to me throughout the auction. Wave your hand, shout at me, shake your little rattle if you've got one, if you're under 1 year old, and we'll have some fun today. You'll be just fine. Now, I welcome our lead agents, Danny Liu and Yu Ting Ying, our two lead agents representing our lovely owners here in Fobon Street. This is an estate in freehold. It is 745 generous square metres of that freehold land. Lot 2 deposited plan. Gee, how many zeros in there? 400000 on our, which is all outlined in that certificate of title that the team has made readily available to each and every one of you. Settlement date is set down for the 4th of November. That's a Thursday of this year, being 2021. I know we have some registered telephone bidders that may come into play. Some of my colleagues from around the Harcourts Gold business and around the city may become involved throughout the process. If they do, I will just nominate those bids as and when they come into play. You bid and buy on those further terms of sale, being clauses 22 through to 24, and you would have had ample time to review the list of chattels come included with the home in Schedule 2. I will not go through those one by one. Well, I think this is an absolute box ticker of a home. I love the fact that it is single level, it's low maintenance, and it sits on its own freehold parcel of the all-important TC1 land. It's rock solid land out in Avonhead, so you'll always do very, very well buying in this location. Speaking of the location, well, it just works, doesn't it? Avonhead, it's always at the top of many people's buying shopping list because you're close to a wonderful school, so the little one's going to be well educated in years to come. But you've also got easy access to the airport when we can travel again, and you've got wonderful amenities within easy reach. So a whole lot of upside in terms of the location. The home itself, well, you get 4 double bedrooms, you get the master with the all-important ensuite, so that's another big tick in my eyes, and you get new carpet and new paint throughout the home, so that just means you can move in and enjoy and reap the reward of all of the hard work and good money that's been spent by our current owners. The garden, well, it's private, and I note that there are multiple planter boxes there, so potentially you fancy turning vegetarian, maybe you want to be a little bit more self-sufficient, maybe work to getting off the grid at some point in time. Well, that's your nice starting place with those planter boxes. Folks, Fobon Street, my instructions are very clear this morning, and that is to place a vendor bid to open up the bidding on behalf of my owners at $600,000. Has anyone got 25,000 on the rise? Yep. 625. Keen and out of the blocks nice and early at 625. Chris, it looks like a Highlanders jacket that this gentleman's got on, so you two should make friends.
No, you've had that
oh, you have, of course you have.
Good luck jacket.
Right, clearly at 625. At 625,000, we are underway. 750. 650, okay. That's all right, Lily. You can bid me 750 if you like, but it's 650. There you go. There's your competition, sir. And 675 at 6 3/4 the bid, and 700. Lily, what'd you say? 700. 700, nicely done. And 725 and 50 here. 775 and 800. There we go at 800. 810 knocks me back, but that's fine. At 810, Lily. 820. She matches you. 830. First call at 8:30, Lily. Is it 8:50? Or do we stick in the tens? Twice now. TC1 land, rock solid real estate in Avonhead at 830, right behind you. Second and third and final, Lily. Estelle, hello. 835. Very good. Wasn't asking for fives, but I'll take it. At 835, Sue, you stick in the tens. Get me through to 45. Worth it all day long. At 835 with Estelle at the back. Need to see an increase, however, at this level. At 835. Good spaces throughout the home. Freshly carpeted and painted. 838. Lucky. 838. Lucky, is it, Joanna? I don't know, but let's find out. At 838. Welcome in. At 838, working with the buyer on the phone. At $838,000 once called. No, too early for that, sorry, Estelle. Get me through to 840. Far too early for 500. 840, there we go, look at that. Joanna's just bidding on top of herself at 840. At 840 the bid. Lily gone quiet and my Highlanders man. How are we looking? But at 840 the bid sits here. Estelle, happy to take that too from you that I was asking for before. Once called at 840 with Joanna. At 840 only. Twice now. 842. Was that for me or just talking and suggesting that? That's for me. Good. At 842. 845 or 848? 848. That's better. At 848. Couple of snowmen surrounding a number 4. At 848. 848 the bid. For Fobon, 6B. In Avonhead. 848 the bid. Estelle, I welcome you, all my Highlanders fan. All down the front, Lily. At 848, first chance. 850, there we go. At 850, squares the ledger at 850. At 850. Don't have instructions at these low levels. Need an increase from any of my 4 interested parties. Don't mind who. At 850, the bid sits with Joanna. First, second. At 850. What's your bid, Estelle? Done? Okay, giving away the strategy. Not always my suggestion, but there you go. Appreciate the transparency, especially with the masks on. Third chance. At 850, good house for a young family. Would you bid me 855, sir? Can't tempt you back in for a cheeky wee 5. Second place is not much fun in my options. Never a good feeling putting on the silver medal. At 850, the bid sits here. I need an increase. At 850, are we going to pause, Jane, or are we going to have some discussions in the room? At 850, remember, as per clause 2.6, property can be withdrawn and sold at any stage. So I suggest you hold the highest bid. If you see value north of 850, you need to tell me, because we will prioritise you, like priority boarding on an aeroplane. Otherwise, I am going to talk to Jones by people. First, second, third. Well, I'm going to pause. I've given everyone ample opportunity. Let's take a pause. We'll present an opportunity, Joanna, for your people to buy the property, pausing at 850.
And a very, very warm welcome to this morning's auction of number 23 Ebony Street in Bishopdale. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this morning's offering. My role, quite simply, to complete the wonderful work of your lead marketing consultants, Mr. Cameron Bailey and Mr. Harrison Hopman. Are you gentlemen all set to go? Good luck to you, and of course good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owners. Now I know that Cam and Harry, they will have made all of the relevant documentation available, the limb, the title and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. It'll come as no surprise. Our sellers, they've set a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I can nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interest of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. As your auctioneer, I'll endeavour to identify such parties as we move through this morning's auction. Now, I do note that a number of our own team and our colleagues from around the city are here helping and representing buyers this morning. Be assured, buyers, should we take bids from these consultants in the room today, they are bona fide bids. I have seen the paperwork. I'm comfortable, as should you be. Now, pursuant to 2.5, our seller has given myself alone, the exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Now, be assured, if I do place a bid on behalf of our owners, it'll be well below that reserve price, well below it, and I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid, or bidding on behalf of our owners. Now, our sellers, they reserve the right to withdraw the property from sale before it has been sold and without declaring the reserve price. Now, what that refers to is if we don't reach our reserve, I'm simply going to take a pause. We're going to take a pause and we're going to talk to the highest bidder. After those conversations, we'll come back to the room and announce one of several things. Our buyers and our sellers may or may not have altered their instructions. Our buyers may or may not have put the property on the market and we may be selling. Or finally, our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn it from the auction. They've sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I'll re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, which is the fall of the hammer, should it fall in your favour, you'll be required to do several things. Sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. Remind you that we do work under Alert Level 2 protocols. We ask that you have scanned on the way in, you sanitise on the way in, you sanitise on the way out, that you remain in the bubbles that you are in now and you remain masked. Should you become ill in the next 10 to 14 days, you do talk to your medical practitioner and do let us know, because we'll have some things to do as well. We wish you all the best. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. The property, though, it is more formally described as number 23 Ebony Street, Bishopdale in Christchurch City. Now, this is a freehold parcel of land, some 627 square metres on lot 519. Deposited plan 22118. It is contained, it is described in Certificate of Title, a Volume 4B, Folio 1319 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession. We also offer you, your bidding today is GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. No change to the chattels. I'm not going to go through those. And we take that you have read clauses 22 through to 25.4. You bid, you buy on that basis, cash and unconditional. Possession, settlement, one of the same. Gee, it's Guy Fawkes. It's set down for Friday the 5th of November. Your world will light up that evening, I would suggest, as you sit in your new home. It will go with a bang, and a bang it should, because you've got a fabulous, fabulous home. Ebony Street, well, that's my belief, is that it's your opportunity to get on the ladder, and the ladder is the property ladder, and you need to be on this property ladder at the moment. Bishopdale, gee, it's a location, some would say it's a location of interest and desirability. It really is a fabulous, fabulous location. It offers so much. All set on some 627 square metres with a handsome and a modern home, I would suggest. A great starter pack or investment designed to enjoy and soak up every ray of sun that goes on our beautiful Canterbury days. 3 beautiful bedrooms, open plan living. I love the big deck out the back, evening gatherings. You'll have barbecues, you'll have wine, beer, and all of the good things in life out there. And talking about the good things in life, life just gets a whole lot better here at number 23, Ebony. My instructions, buyers, open the bidding at $600,000. 650. Beautiful work there, Candice. At 650. Working with a buyer now at 650. Is there 70 on?
70.
70, 80, 90. This is fun. 710. 720. 30. 730. 730 is the bid now, buyers, at 730. First call at 730.
735.
35. Do you go to 50? 36. 7. 9. 740. 41. 741, buyers. Once. Twice. 42. Do you go 5? 745. Do you go to 50? 745. 745,000. 3 bedrooms in the heart of Bishopdale. Fabulous property at 745. 6. Do you go 50? 750. There you go. 750. Fairly bid and offered now. $750,000. My new best friend on the window at 750. Once, quickly. Is that 5, Dean? Or telling me to hold on? 751. 2. 752 is the money. 752,000. It's against you now at 752. Social proof at 752. First call at 703. Do you go 5? It's at 753 here. 755? 755. There you go. At 755. $755,000. It's against you now, Candice, at 755. And your buyers, Dean, at 755's bid. Phone a friend. Won't have too long though. At 755, the bid's here. At 755. First call.
Are we on the market?
You'll be the first to know, Candice. Second call. We have been marketing for 3 weeks though. Third call at 755. Pause at 755. There's no further money. I'm going to pause with my new best friend on the window. Give you 3 opportunities at 755. First, second, third, requires another.
500.
755 and 5. 756. 756. 3 opportunities or I pause. I'm not selling. I'll pause. We'll have a conversation. First call at 756. Second, third, so I've got 756 and a half. 757. There you go. 757. 757's the bid. 757,000. That'll be the next model of plane at 757. Once, twice, third. At 757. There's no further bidding. I'm going to pause. We'll have a conversation. I can't sell it to you at this level. 757. Pausing with you at 757. 757. We're going to find some space, offer you an opportunity. We pause here at 757.
update. 6B Fobon Street in Avonhead. We paused a little while ago with the bid at $850,000. Joanna Gu working with a buyer on the telephone. We've had some discussions out in the back rooms. The conclusion of those discussions is this. Joanna, I understand your buyer has increased their bid very graciously to $860,000. Just get confirmation of that at $860,000. So the bid now sits at $860,000. Now, I do not have a change of instructions. We are not on the market. We are not for sale at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is ask for any bids north of that level. Should I not see any, I'll very simply pass the property in at that level of $860,000, and you can take your chances out there in the conditional market. So at $860,000, I'll give you 3 chances to bid. Otherwise, I pass the property back into Denny and Newting. First call at 8, 6 and 0, twice now as I count it down, and third. Final chance at 860, all done, all silent. You've all spoken by not speaking any further. Very good. Well, Danny Newting, I am going to officially pass the property and ending the auction here today on that bid at $860,000. I would suggest if you've got any interest in this wonderful home at or north of that level, then you do need to make yourself known to Danny and Newting, and I'm sure that they can help you put pen to paper. I'm going to stand down and welcome Chris Kennedy back to the rostrum. You're going to move our program forward, Chris.
I am indeed. Thank you, Mark.
Horswell. Thank you.
Gentlemen, good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to the front of the room. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. Indeed, my very real pleasure to be your auctioneer for this next offering at number 71 Westlake Drive in the heart of Horswell. My role, quite simply, to complete the wonderful work of your lead marketing consultants, Mr. Richard Burt and Mr. Simon Watson. Gentlemen, you've had a great campaign. Are you all set to go? Good luck to you both, and of course good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owner. Now I do remind you that we operate today under COVID-19 alert level rules. We do ask that you have scanned on the way in, that you sanitise on the way in, you sanitise on the way out, you remain in your bubbles and you remain masked up during the duration of this auction. Should you fall ill in the next 10 to 14 days, you do avail yourself upon your medical practitioner, and do please let us know, as we'll have some work to do at the same time. Now I know that Richard and Simon, they will have made all the relevant documentation available, the LIN, the title and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. Our sellers, they've set a confidential reserve price, shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of the seller, may submit a bid on behalf of any other person, and as your auctioneer, I'll endeavour to identify such parties as we move through this morning's auction. Our sellers have given myself and myself alone the exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Now, should I place a bid on behalf of our owners, be assured it'll be well below that reserve price, and I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owners. I'll make it abundantly clear. Now, pursuant to 2.6 of the contract, our sellers, they've reserved the right to withdraw their property from sale before it has been sold and without declaring the reserve price. What that refers to is, should we not reach our reserve, we're simply going to pause. We're going to pause and have a conversation with the highest bidder. From those conversations, we'll come back into the room and announce one of several things. Our buyers and our sellers have or have not altered their instructions. We may or may not be on the market in selling. Or in fact, our sellers have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn the property from sale and they've sold it outside the room. Doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, as we will talk to you first. Now, if a dispute arises concerning a bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I'll re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. At the conclusion of the auction, Should the hammer fall in your favour, you'll be required to do one of several things. Sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. Your bidding, your buying today is cash and unconditional. Buyers, I wish you all the best with your bidding today. The property itself, though, it is more formally described as number 71 Westlake Drive, Hallswell in Christchurch City. This is a wonderful freehold parcel of land of some 746 square metres. It is on lot 212, deposited plan 49563. It is contained, it is described in Certificate of Title, a volume 28F, folio 366 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession. Your bidding today, GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. No change to the chattels list. I'm not going to go through that, but I do note that the outside wall TV stays, and the 65-inch TV in that beautiful big living area, that stays as well. So a real win should you be the lucky purchaser today. We take that you have read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 24. You bid, you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Possession, settlement, one of the same. Set down for the 19th of November 2021. They are the terms in which you bid and buy for today, buyers. We wish you all the very best. As I said, my role, quite simply, to complete the wonderful work of Richard and Simon. I'm just going to take you back one last time before we look for your spirited bidding. 230 square metres of superb home, in my view. Now, when I visited the other day, last week, I found myself wandering around this beautiful home and humming that famous Billy Joel song, I Am the Entertainer. I am the entertainer, and I know just where I stand. And where I would stand, buyers, would be in that beautiful big living area with that beautiful big TV. That's where you're going to hold all of those family gatherings, those family functions. You're going to hold your parties, your afternoon teas, your birthday celebrations. It's all going to take place here. It's all going to be serviced as well from the other living area with that beautifully appointed kitchen, granite tops. It really is fabulous. As the day or the evening heats up, you wander outside, and of course you're into that other covered exterior entertaining area. It really is the entertainer. This is a fabulous offering. Beautiful sound system, beautiful light. It's bright, it's big, it's expansive, and of course you've got 4 beautiful bedrooms, master with ensuite. I love the separation of the bedrooms where you can use one end of the home, perhaps turn it into an office and a meet and greet area. You could work from home. Double garaging. It's safe, it's sound, it's secure. It really is a fabulous offering. Opening bid for the entertainer, ladies and gentlemen. My instructions, open the bidding at $780,000. Is there 20 on from here? At 780. Beautiful opportunity. What do you say for the entertainer? 5,000. Too early for 5,000, sir. No, I wouldn't take your 5,000, respectfully, but I'll take 20. Would you bid me 800,000? You wouldn't? That's okay. $780,000. Respectfully, 5,000's too early at this stage at $780,000. But if you reach back into your pocket, put another 3 with that original, you might come back and place a bid. At 780, respectfully, at $780,000. First call then, 780. Twice the money at 780. I look for 800. Third final call at 780. 800, sir? Thank you, at $800,000. Welcome to the bidding. We're underway. We've got an option at $800,000. $800,000, fairly bid and offered now. 4 bedrooms, beautiful living, wonderful kitchen. Your culinary delights will be wonderful coming from this kitchen. At $800,000, I look for 20 on if you like, at $800,000. First call at 800. Second at 800,000. Third final call at 800. Well, I place a vendor bid at $820,000, sir. At $820 with me. Can't sell it to you at $820. Invite you back at $840. And if you bid me $840, we'll stop and have a conversation. $820,000. 820. I look for 40, sir, and if you place a bid at 840, we'll stop and have a conversation. At 820. $820,000 the bid. 820 buyers at 820 on a vendor bid. Can't sell at these levels, and you wouldn't expect me to either, at $820,000. 820 on a vendor bid. I look for 40 at 820,000. Is there 840, sir? We stop and have a conversation. Give you an opportunity to purchase. At 820. I'm happy to place another vendor bid at 820. Can't sell it to you at these levels, and neither I should. Far better home than that. At 820. Bid me 40 though. We'll stop and give you an opportunity. At 820. 820,000. Once, twice. Third final call at 820. Well, I'm going to place another vendor bid at 840. Put a line in the sand at 840. Not selling at these levels at $840,000. 840. Ask you back at 50 perhaps, and I'll have a conversation. Cut it down to 10s and we can have a chat at 850. No? $840,000. I think we advanced to where we set, Richard. Do you agree at 840? At $840,000, I give you a chance, sir. I make one last advance and I pass at 840. First call at 840. Second call. Third final call at 840. Bid, sir? No? Well, I'm happy to make one last advancement. I advance to $880,000. If you're not prepared to bid, I'm going to pass the property in at 880. At $880,000, not for sale buyers at $880,000. We pass 71 Westlake Drive, Hallswell Inn at $880,000. If you do have any interest in this property, please avail yourself upon Richard Burt, Simon Watson. They've been your lead marketing consultants over the past 3 weeks. We do wish you all the best. We know we have loads of conditional interest. We'll work with that interest outside the room. Good luck to you, and of course, good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owners. Passing at 880. Gentlemen, welcome back. I take us back to our offering at number 23 Ebony Street in Bishopdale. Now, we paused some time ago with the bid at $757,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to announce that our owners have exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract, and they have withdrawn 23 Ebony Street and sold it outside the room. Congratulations to both buyers and sellers.
Now take us forward to our 7th opportunity of the day, 202 Dyers Pass Road in beautiful Cashmere up on the hill. Before I move forward with the auction, the part that you're all here for, I will just make a few quick COVID-19 related health and safety announcements as we are obliged to do. Make sure you've scanned in, you've checked in, you've sanitised on the way, and make sure you sanitise your hands upon your departure at the end of the day. Just make sure we keep our social distancing. You're doing a beautiful job of that. We'll keep our masks on. I'm the only one allowed to have my mask off for a few minutes just while we call the auction. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation. There are a few boxes that we must tick, that we must follow if that situation does arise. Now, as you might expect, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. Your job as the bidders is very easy today. It's simply to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Now, assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. I can nominate the sum by which those bids increase. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners. If a dispute arises, if there is any argy-bargy with the bidding, I'm sure that there won't be, but if there is, I'll sort that out. More than likely, we just revert to the last undisputed bid and then recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, vendor bidding is something you may have heard of. As auctioneer, that is my sole right and responsibility. If I place a vendor bid, I'll label it a vendor bid, and it will always be well under our reserve price. So the best thing for you to do is just to bid with confidence over and above any vendor bids that I might place. The part you're all here for is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. Now, should it fall in your favour, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. However, before you commence any celebrations, we will ask for you to complete a few basic things for us. We'll get you to sign the paperwork. We'll ask that you pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price. And thirdly and finally, you'll complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, that's how things will play today. It's very transparent, the process here. Make yourself known to me throughout the process, or Chris, who's up here scribing and recording any bids, and we'll work very well together, I am sure. Now, Mary Turnbull alongside Amanda Barton, they have been representing our beautiful owners here, representing this wonderful, mesmerising property up on the hill. Amanda, Mary, all set to go? Good luck. Good luck to you, Amanda, and good luck to our wonderful owners. This is 202 Dyers Pass Road. This is an estate and freehold. It's 2,074. Large, concise parcel of land. Lot 1, deposit of plan 23594. That's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that the team's been making available to you, filing that through to your email inboxes. Friday, the 28th of January 2022 is the conjoined settlement and possession date set down in front of me. You may have made prior arrangements in writing for an alternative date. Schedule 2 outlines the concise list of chattels and those further terms of sale towards the rear of the agreement, being clauses 22 through to 24. You bid and you buy on that basis here. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. Wow, what a special opportunity this one is. This is a home that's been held in the family since 1968. I'm sure the owners won't mind me sharing that they paid a cool $12,000 for it. Hopefully it will go for a little bit more than that today, way back in 1968. So this is an end of an era. This is a special, special home, a wonderful opportunity that we present to you. And I think you get so much more than the house there. It's of course that privilege, and it is a privilege to own land such as this. I love the aspect of the land, I love the size and the scale, but also the fact that you're up on the hill, but it's a very usable large parcel of land in terms of its slope. It's relatively flat for up on the hill, so much usable space up there. You have wonderful access to a beautiful outdoor lifestyle if that's your thing, the walk of the Harry L track, or perhaps dropping into the Canterbury Adventure Park if you're a mountain biker. Well, you've got all of that and so much more within easy reach. As I mentioned, north of 2,000 square metres of land. It gives you opportunity, doesn't it? It gives you flexibility. You can recreate the magic in that original 1940s residence, or perhaps you see the opportunity, this is your blank slate, your opportunity to create your magical forever after home. No matter your situation or your motivation, I would suggest you can do so much here. I love this location because you get the best of schools, you get quaint cafes, and those views, well, they will just simply improve your outlook on life. There's no doubt about that. Folks, a special opportunity here, an end of an era, but the chance for someone to create their future happiness, their future good life. My instructions are very clear today. And that is to open the bidding at $800,000 on a vendor bid. 800,000 with me on behalf of my owners at 800. Who's got 825 to kick things along? Shrug of the shoulders, sir. You'd have a go at 825, wouldn't you? 825, I'll take that as a bid then. At 825 underway, working with Tim Harris. Nice to see you, Tim. At $825,000. Once called. At 825.50 is the next rung up the ladder. Twice now. Bid here. Got you there. Thank you. Good luck. At 850. 875 would it be, Tim? On the nod. There we go. My favourite number because it's 7/8 of $1 million. At 875 for anyone into their fractions. At 875 you'd come back at 900. There we go at 900 and 925 would you say, Tim? Bids here at 900 against you. First chance shaking head very, very early in proceedings. Wow. That clearly gives away the strategy. Twice called at $900,000 only. Third and final. Geez, I'd have a bid at this level, Chris. Maybe I'll get you to call the auction for a large parcel of land. We can switch out and we'll rejig. But at 900,000, the bid's here. I look for a mere 25 on the rise. If you're in the room and you're cash and unconditional, now's the time. Just show me. Got you there, sir. Welcome in. Working with Amanda at 925 and straight back at 950, you'd say. At 950, cool, calm and collected she is. At 950 and 975, sir. Love the garden spaces. There we go. There's the increase that I was looking for at 975 at 9 3/4 and $1 million beckons. She says yes. On the nod. Quickly and confidently at $1 million. Tim, keep working with your buyer, but at $1 million it's down the middle. First call at $1 million. 1025. It is a little after that, but would you bid me 1025? $1 million and 25 for the land alone. Let alone the house. Twice called at $1 million. Okay, sir. Sun's shining. I'm in a good mood at $1 million and 10. You stay in the 25s, get me through to $1 million and 35. Good strength. That's the way to do it. That's the way to buy property at $1 million and $35,000. Just being with me all the way through at $1 million and 35. I'll take 10s from you, sir, if you're more comfortable in that sort of currency. No? You'd like to bid more again or less? All out at $1 million and 35. First chance for Dyers Pass. Just up the hill from the sign of the Takahe. Twice called at $1 million and 35. Third final chance. Sir, do I tempt you back in for a wee $5,000? What's $5,000 in the overall scheme of things? To create your future happiness in a mesmerising location. Otherwise, the bid just sits here at $1 million and 35. Don't have instructions, as you'd expect at this level, at $1 million and 35. At $1 million and 35 for Dyers Pass Road. 1940s original home. Update, modernise. Put your own flavour and spin on it. Perhaps it's your site to create your magical new home. You need to finish last to finish first in our options, as we say. At $1 million and 35 with you. Just looking for an increase if you get me through to $1 million and 50. Anna McKenzie, manager here in the Papanui office, working really hard.
1,000.
Welcome back, Amanda. At $1 million and 36. At $1 million and
1.3 million.
1.3.
And we're on the market and selling.
So at 1,300,000, just confirming. At 1,300,000, that's a good strong bid. Thank you, Anna. At 1,300,000, we are on the market and we're selling. At 1.3, I sell away. There's your social proof in terms of value. Sir, do you come back for a little one on the side? At 1.3 here. First call. And I'm selling, Anna.
Yep.
At 1.3. Twice call. Tim, assume we're still out. Not a wee one on the side. Third and final chance. I am going to sell 202 Dyers Pass Road, then an end of an era, but a start of a new one at 1,300,000. Congratulations, you've done it. 202 Dyers Pass Road. It goes It goes, and it is sold here. Well done. Congratulations. Very well done. Thank you, Anna. Thank you to our beautiful owners. I know we have a few of the family on the telephone as well, so thank you so much for your instructions. We can now move forward to our 11:45 a.m. time slot. Auction lucky number 8 is 40 Ramahana Road in Huntsbury. By way of introduction, Mark Morrison is my name. I will be your auctioneer in charge of proceedings here this morning. Before we roll into the auction, there are a few health and safety announcements that I must make. Make sure that you've scanned in, you've signed in, you've checked in, you've sanitised on the way in, sanitise on your way out at the end of the auction. Keep our social distancing as we're doing thus far. I appreciate you doing that. Keep those masks on, and if you become unwell in the next 14 days, just let someone from the Harcourts Gold Management team know of that situation. There's a few boxes that we are required to tick if that situation should occur. Now, as you might expect today, we work subject to a confidential reserve price. Your job as the bidders is very, very easy today. It's to get the bidding up and over that reserve price. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser. Now, I may nominate the sum by which those bids increase. I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners, and in the unlikely situation of any disputes arising with the bidding, well, I'll sort that out. More than likely, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid and then simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, you may have heard of vendor bidding. As auctioneer, that is my express and sole right and responsibility. If I ever place a vendor bid, it will always be under the reserve price, and I'll label it exceedingly clearly. You'll know it's a vendor bid because I'll call it exactly that. Best course of action is just to bid with confidence over and above any vendor bid, because we're certainly not for sale at that particular level. The part you're all here for is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. When it falls in your favour, well done, congratulations. You are the successful purchaser. Before you commence your celebrations, we'll get you to sign some paperwork, the agreement. We'll ask that you pay a deposit equal to 10% or 1/10 of the purchase price, and you'll complete the GST information outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, those are the rules of engagement today. It is a very transparent process, the auction process, no matter the fact that we are all masked up. Make yourself known to me throughout the process, and I'm sure that we'll get on just fine. Now, the property, as I mentioned, 40 Ramahana Road in Huntsbury, has been proudly brought to the market and represented in the last few weeks by Mr. Cameron Bailey, and alongside him, Brendan Hart, flanking me on either side of the auction room. These fine gentlemen have been looking after you as you complete your due diligence on number 40 Ramahana Road. It is an estate and freehold. It is 840 square metres of that freehold land. Part lot 47 to 48. I need my glasses, or at least be a foot shorter. Deposit plan 5960, and that's all outlined and detailed in that certificate of title that Cameron, Brendan and the team, they will have made available to each and every one of you in recent times. Settlement date I have here set down for 5 working days from the date of this agreement, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels. I see there that the trampoline is included. If that doesn't put a spring in your step today, then I don't know what will. Those further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 25. You bid, you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional is certainly king here today. Well, let's just go and take one last meander through number 40, and I think if you've been looking to elevate yourself, elevate your life, perhaps elevate your outlook and your living situation, then number 40 is surely the place to do it. To me, this just sits at that perfect elevation. You get to reap the rewards of those beautiful views, but you're not too high up the hill, so it is an easy commute. It's an easy cruise back down the hill to all of the shops and the cafes and the amenities that we seem to need day in, day out. Now, the heart and the soul of this house is surely that beautiful living spaces, the kitchen, the way that they connect with the dining and living spaces, and then further out to those wonderful deck through those bifold doors. That's just sensational. You get to take in, you get to drink in all of those magnificent views. In terms of your living situation, well, no matter what your living situation is, this is a home that will work around you and your lifestyle, as opposed to being a limiting factor, because you've got a myriad of bedrooms, you've got a myriad of living spaces and bathrooms across multiple levels. So this is a home that you can just make work for you and your situation. Double garaging, it's got manicured and expansive grounds. To me, this is just a home you cannot afford not to own. My instruction is very clear today. That is to place a vendor bid to start things off at $900,000. Do we move forward and say 50's on the rise? Even better. 1,237,500. Couldn't have picked it any better at 1,237,000 and change. Nice bid. What are you going to throw at me?
1,250,000.
1,250. That's a bit better, sir. I can work.
1671.
1671.
1271.
Well, 1671 would have been better, but at 1 million, those numbers may have got you going a little bit there. At 1,200,000 and
3,500. Add 3,500.
Add 3.5 at 1,2. It's like I'm in an auction competition, Chris. At 1,274,500. At 1,274,500, you bid 3.5.
1293.
1,293.
1,297.
1,297 puts 4 on.
1,310.
1,310. 1,310 the bid.
135. Oh, so 315.
315. Thought that's what you meant. Puts 5 on. That's okay. Apology accepted at 1,315,000. 340 was it? 1,340,000 the bid. At 351 puts 11 on.
1357.
1357. Not going to try and pick any patterns today. I'm just going to try and count the numbers as best we can. But at 1,357,000 I have with you, sir. 3 in it, and that's good. A good sign.
380.
380. There we go. Squares the ledger.
394.5.
394 and change.
1.4.
1.4. Nicely done. Easy to work out the deposit at 1.4. I'd be a chance even. First chance.
1411.5.
1411 and 5.
14250.
14250 at
425.
That's what you meant. Very good. At 1,425,000.
Even I got that.
1441.5.
100.
1,441,500.
1450.
1,450.
1453.
1,453.
160.
1,460. Got you there.
167.5.
1,467,500. Yeah, if you're going to call the numbers out, they need to be fairly accurate. It's fairly important. At $1,467,500.
1.47. 470.
1,470,000.
1473.5.
1,473.
90.
Thank you, Brendan. At 1,490,000. Really appreciate that. I'll buy you lunch. At 1,490,000.
And I'll keep him to that.
First chance.
1494.
1,494.
1.5.
There we go. 1.5 squares the ledger at 1,500,000. For 40.
1511.
1,511. At 511 the bid. Once at 1,511.
15.
At 20. You mean 1,525? Yeah, that one. Good. At 1,525,000.
1529.500.
1,529,500 puts 4.5 on. At 1,529,500. First, who goes to 1,550?
1535.
1,535.
1541.
1,541. Down the middle, or perhaps here at 1,540,000. Beg your pardon, Brendan?
145.
1,545 at 1,545,000.
1551.5.
At 1,551 and change. Very good. We're travelling north together. That's all that matters at the end of the day. At 1,551,500. First chance. At 1,551,500. A 10 on top at 1,561
6,150.
and change. Got it, Chris? At 1,561,000. 1,568. Put 6.5 on at 1,568. No time for fillers today, to be fair.
Filling the numbers, mate.
Just counting the numbers as best we can.
1569.
1,569, just one on at 1,569,000. At 1,569,000, Brendan, or here, for Ramahana. Myriad of living situations, multiple bathrooms, bedrooms on multiple levels at 1,569,000. Once called, price now here at 1,569,000. Third and final. Any more quirky bids? At 1,569,000. The bids here with Richard and his lovely buyer at 1,569,000. Brendan here, rebuttal, increase. At 1,569,000. I don't have instructions. I need to see an increase. What's that increase? 1,571. Puts up a call too at 1,571,000. At 1,571. The bid sits here at 1,571,000. No instructions yet. It's a chance to elevate your living and your outlook at 1,571,000. I look for an increase here, here, or across the far side from you, Brendan, or anyone else that hasn't shown their hand as yet. At 1,571,000 the bid. Once called at 1,571,000.
1575.
1,575, thank you. No half on the side. Thought I'd check. at 1,575,000. Now I'm right there with you, at 1,575,000. In pole position where you need to be to buy property.
180 here.
1,580, thank you, Cameron.
Change of instructions. We're selling.
Okay, so at 1,580,000 we sell. Clear instructions, thank you for those clear instructions. So I'm going to sell you the home at 1,580,000. We are on the market and we are selling. Doesn't matter how we get there. We are on the market and we're selling at 1,580,000. First chance, clear instructions from our owners. Don't end up coming second. Not a good place to be. Twice called at 1,580,000. I'll take one. I'll take a wee one on the side from anyone if it helps. Third and final, looks like you're out, sir. All done. Appreciate the bidding. Brendan, all done. Out. Thank you very much at 1,580,000. You've done it, sir. Well done. Congratulations. 40 Ramahan Road. It's yours. It's going, and it is sold here. Congratulations. Well fought. Well fought. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and recharge my brain.
Yes, good job. Afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's auction, number 9 of some 11 auctions we call today, number 12 Petunia Drive in Wigram. Welcome to this afternoon's auction. I do remind you that we do work under alert level 2 COVID-19 rules. We ask that you have scanned on the way in, that you sanitise on the way in, you sanitise on the way out. We also ask that you remain in the bubbles that you're at, and you also remain masked throughout today's proceedings. Should you fall ill in the next 10 to 14 days, we would ask that you go and talk to your medical practitioner, and do let us know at the same time, as we'll have some work to do. By way of introduction, my name's Chris Kennedy. My role, quite simply, to complete the wonderful work of your lead marketing consultants, Michelle Fu, Archer Yu. Lovely to have you both in the room today. Lovely to be working alongside you. You've had a wonderful campaign. You're all set to go. Good luck to you, ladies, and good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owner. Now, I know that Michelle and Archer, they will have made all the relevant documentation available, the LIN, the title, and the contract in which we work from. It's to that contract I now take you. Now, it'll come as no surprise, our sellers, they've set a confidential reserve price. It shall not be disclosed to the bidders, but subject to that reserve price being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid I accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse a bid should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. I, a real estate agent acting on behalf of anyone, can place a bid on behalf of our sellers. Now, if I do accept a bid from those agents, be assured they are bona fide bids. We've seen the paperwork. We're very, very happy. I note that a number of our team and our colleagues are in the room here today assisting and helping buyers make those decisions. Should I take those bids, they are in fact bona fide. Now, our sellers, they've given myself and myself alone the exclusive rights to bid on their behalf. Now, should I place a bid on their behalf, be assured it'll be well below the reserve price, and I'll clearly identify it with terminology such as vendor bid or bidding on behalf of the owner. I'll make it abundantly clear. Our owners, they also reserve the right to withdraw their property from sale before it has been sold and without declaring the reserve price. What that refers to is if we don't reach our reserve price, I'm simply going to take a pause. And we're going to have a conversation with our highest bidder. From those conversations, we may come back into the room and say that our buyers and our sellers have altered their instructions. We may or may not be on the market. Or in fact, our sellers, they've exercised their right under 2.6 of the contract. They've withdrawn it from sale and sold it outside the room. Doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time. If you wish to be spoken to, you need to hold that highest bid, because we will talk to you first. Now, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, I'll simply determine that dispute, or I'll re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. Should the hammer fall in your favour, you'll be required to do several things. Firstly, sign the memorandum recording the sale, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. Excuse me, they are your rules, your regulations for this afternoon's auction. Cash and unconditional is your bidding. The property itself, though, it's more formally described as number 12 Petunia Drive, Wigram. It is a freehold parcel of land, some 615 square metres on lot 58, deposit of plan 513808. It is contained, it is described in certificate of title, folio 795580 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession, and of course you're bidding today, GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. No change to the chattels, I won't go through those, but we take that you have read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 25. You bid, you buy on that basis, and once again, buyers, cash and unconditional is your bidding. Possession, settlement date, that's the day your life just gets a whole lot better. That's set down for the 21st of December 2021, and what a wonderful way to spend Christmas at number 12 Petunia. Beautiful property. Now, Michelle and Archer, they've taken you down that driveway of due diligence. I'm simply going to take you back one last time just to tell you what we've got on offer here. Gee, I love this number 12 Petunia. I love it. I was there in the weekend, and it is sensational. I love the street appeal. I think it's just fabulous. You pull up, you're surrounded by other beautiful homes in Wigram, but this one just stands out. It just has that beautiful, beautiful appeal from the street. And as you wander through, gee, it doesn't disappoint. Built in 2018, fitted with quality fixtures and fittings. It is designed, it is set and made for modern life and modern living. It's light, it's bright, it's funky, it's really cool. Big open plan dining living with an adjacent living area for those formal and informal gatherings. I love the array of hard and soft surfaces as you wander throughout the home. It makes way for the good life is what I'd suggest. The home, built for quality and convenience, it offers you 4 bedrooms, master with ensuite and of course wonderful big wardrobe, quality family bathrooms, magnificent curbside appeal as I've said. It's set in Wigram, the place where everybody is headed. Cool, if you're opening bids and offers, what do you say, buyers? I'm in your hands for a slice of heaven in Wigram.
900.
Beautiful place to start. I couldn't have picked it better at $900,000. Welcome to you, and I hope to see you at the end at $900,000. $900,000. I look for 20 on the rise at 900. Is there 20 in the room at 900,000? You're 920. Thank you, Michelle. Working with a buyer next to Jonesy. Great couple, those two at 920's the bid. It's over there. 40. Beautiful. 940. 940 fairly bid and offered now. I look for 60 on the rise at 940's the bid here. Seated and centered front row at 940. Beautiful opportunity at 960. Thank you. 960's the call now. 80 bids from here. Sorry? Oh, 950. My apologies at 950.
960.
960, okay. You've cut me in half. We're down in tens, but that's okay. It's a sunny day at 960. Thought we'd get there eventually at 960,000. Look for a bid from here at 960. Hold tight. 960. My new best friend in the front row here at 960. But I play no favourites at $960,000. First call at 960.
970.
Thank you. 970.
980.
80. Beautiful. 980. $980,000 bid. A little bit difficult with the masks. We need to take our time, but I'm happy to take my time at 980. 980, you're in front, and that's where you need to be at 980 at this point. At 980. Is it 90 or straight to $1 million? Once.
985.
985. Do you go to $1 million? Yes. Go to $1 million. Yeah. Thank you at $1 million. That's the way to do it. At $1 million, fairly been and offered now at $1 million. Should stand up here and do the, but I shouldn't. At $1 million the bid. $1 million fairly bid and offered now, ladies and gentlemen. I look for 10 at $1 million.
It's got the right haircut.
Had it cut specially for today. At $1 million. Once.
Another 5,000.
$1,500,000. Do you go 15?
110.
Okay. $1,000,000. 10. 10's the time. And the bid. 10. It's got a nice ring to it, hasn't it? 1,010,000.
Another 5.
15. Do you go 20?
120.
1020, yes. 1,020,000, not 120,000 on. Yeah, no, I've got it up here. 1020, 1,020,000. No, wouldn't sell it to you if you didn't want to pay it. At 1,020,000's the bid. 1,020,000 now, fairly bid and offered at 1,020,000. Now you need to look at me at 1,020,000. Yeah. You need to look at. Don't worry about what's going on over there. At 1,020,000, I'll let you know. At 1,020,000 here, once, quickly, twice at 1,020,000. Third call then at 1,020,000. Look for an increase. I don't have instructions. Can I ask you to increase your bid? Can I ask you to increase your bid?
Just 5 more.
Do 10, 1,030,000?
125.
1,025,000, okay. 1,025,000. Bids down here at 1,025,000. At 1,025,000, I give you an opportunity to place a bid at 1,025,000. 10.25 is the bid now, ladies and gentlemen. Michelle, I haven't forgotten about your buyer, but 1,025,000, my new best friend here at 1,025,000. First, second, third call then at 1,025,000. John McFadden taking over the phone at 1,025,000. Great job. It's hard work on the phone, I do understand. At 1,025,000. Bids here. I don't have instructions to sell it, but 1,025,000, I look for an increase. At 1,025,000. John, bids here at 1,025,000. Do you go 1,030,000? 1,025,000 is the bid here. What's your bid, madam?
That's the last one.
Your bid's $1,050,000.
Yeah.
Don't give away your strategy. Don't say it out too loud. At $1,050,000.
Yeah.
At $1,050,000 the bid here. Just confirm with me, madam. Can you just confirm $1,050,000?
Yeah. That's
$1,050,000. That's okay. John, bids down here at $1,050,000. $1,050,000 is a call now. At $1,050,000, fairly bid and offered. I don't have instructions at this point, but at $1,050,000, you're out in front, and as Mark says, that's where you need to be at $1,050,000. Not only in the front row, but front row in the bidding at $1,050,000 bid here. At $1,050,000, can I ask you to increase? I don't have the authority to sell it. Can I ask you to give me an increase? I don't have the authority to sell it.
Oh, sorry, that's it.
Just one last lunge. Let me try and talk. So $1,060,000. I don't have those instructions at this point at $1,050,000. At $1,050,000 bid. John, any increase over here? But we're down here at $1,050,000.
Okay.
At $1,050,000 bid now.
Yeah. 1,055,000.
$1,055,000.
Yes, please.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely working with good people. At $1,055,000.
They are nice people.
They are lovely people. At $1,055,000 the bid. Sorry?
On the market.
Tracy, we're selling. $1,055,000. You happy to sell? Thank you for your instructions. At $1,055,000, hold tight. I'm going to sell it to you. John, Jonesy, we're on the market at $1,055,000 here. I give you 3 chances or I sell at $1,055,000. Hold tight. First call then at $1,055,000.
Yeah.
Twice the money at $1,055,000. Third final call at $1,055,000. You're definitely out. Thank you for your bidding. Wonderful work at $1,055,000. Delighted to announce 12 Petunia Drive. It goes, it is
Gone.
golden sold. Well done.
Love it. Well, good afternoon, folks, on what is a gorgeous Canterbury afternoon by the looks of it. I am and have been inside for the last couple of hours, but a very good afternoon to each and every one of you. Welcome along to the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. Welcome along to number 43 Haywards Road in Clarkville. We'll move forward to the auction, the part that you're all here for and ready for very, very shortly. Before we do that, it would be remiss of me not to mention the inevitable COVID-19 announcement. Make sure that you have scanned in, checked in and signed in on the way in. Sanitise those hands on the way in. Take a couple of moments to sanitise your hands upon your departure at the conclusion of the auction. We'll wipe down the room, we'll reset the room before we bring the next auction in. Keep our social distancing. You're doing a phenomenal job of that thus far, so you just stick in your little bubbles, keep the masks on and we'll be just fine. Now, if you do become unwell in the next 14 days, I would just ask that you let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation. There are a few boxes that we are required to tick, so if you could just work with us in that regard, then that would be hugely appreciated and we'll be able to move forward on that basis. Now, as you might expect, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. I won't be disclosing that to you, the bidders at large. Your job is very, very simple today. Your job is to get the bidding up and over that confidential reserve price. Now, assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, will very simply be the purchaser today. Now, I can nominate the sum by which bids increase, and I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the very best interests of my owners. If a dispute arises with any bidding, well, I'll sort that out. More than likely, we just revert to the last undisputed bid and recommence the bidding sequence from there. I'm sure that won't happen today. You all look like upstanding and outstanding citizens. Now, vendor bidding is something you may have heard of. As the auctioneer, I'm the only one able to place bids on behalf of my owners. If I do so, I'll label it a vendor bid. You'll know very, very clearly it is that, and it will always be under the reserve price. So the best thing for you to do is just to bid with confidence over and above any vendor bids that I may place. I'm merely providing you a roadmap or some guidance in terms of where the bidding needs to travel. The part you're all here for is that hammer coming down to the rostrum. Should it fall in your favour, congratulations. You are the successful purchaser. Before you start those celebrations and popping bottles of champagne, we will ask a few things of you. We'll ask you to sign the paperwork. We'll get you to pay a deposit equal to 1/10 or 10% of the purchase price. And thirdly and finally, complete the GST information outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, that is how we will play for the keys today. It is a very transparent process, the auction room, no matter the fact that half of our faces are obscured. Make yourself known to me throughout the process and we'll work beautifully together. Speaking of beautifully together, Ash and Shah, Sutherland Todd, they work so beautifully together. They run magical campaigns and it is no different here at number 43 Haywards Road. You lovely folk all set to go? Got our lovely owners on the phone. Good luck to you and good luck to them. This is an estate in freehold, 43 Haywards Road in Clarkville. It is 4.0740 hectares, approximately 10 acres, if that's how you like to measure your parcels of land. It's lot 7, deposited plan 320487, which is all outlined and all detailed in that certificate of title that Ash, Shah and the team have been making readily available to each and every one of you. Thursday the 18th of November 2021 is the day your world gets just a little bit better than it already is because you get to move in here at number 43. I also note that there are some registered telephone bidders that may come into play. I've cited the paperwork. We're very happy to move forward on that basis. Should that happen, we'll let you know and I'll do my very best to identify exactly where those bids are coming from. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels. You would have read those, you would have reviewed those. I won't go through those individually. And also further terms of sale, you bid and you buy on that basis. Today, folks, clauses 22 through to 24. As I said before, cash and unconditional is your bidding. Well, where do I start with a opportunity? Oh, gee, that's one of your lines, isn't it? I've been clearly listening to your options for too long, Chris. A opportunity, and it is a bit of a property opportunity, isn't it? This is a wonderful opportunity, not only to buy what is a simply stunning home, but to secure what I would suggest is just a beautiful way of life. The home itself, well, it's single level, so that makes all of your daily movements so easy. 4 bedrooms, and the mixture of the formal and the informal living spaces means you have a multitude of options no matter what the situation is. If you're hosting friends and family, perhaps it's just a nice relaxed family moment, there's always going to be a beautiful place for you and everyone else. Now, being situated in Clarkville means that you get a different way of life, don't you? The kids, if you've got any, they can take their little pet lambs to the local school at Clarkville. It doesn't matter if their name is is Mary or not. They will not discriminate on name. No matter your name, you can always take your little lamb to school. Now, the commute back to Christchurch City Central is just so easy as well. In the same time that most Aucklanders will spend waiting to get to their on-ramp and onto the motorway, you'll already be back into town if you're here for work, if you're here to meet with friends, whatever it might be. Well, you just do it so easily. So you get the best of both worlds. You get that rural feel, but you're just so well connected back to Christchurch City. When it's time to cruise home at the end of the day, well, the kids, they get to play free range in that huge big parcel of land that you get here in number 43. You might be tending to the peonies if you want to earn a few extra pennies over the summer months as well. Flexibility, options, opportunity are numerous with this one. My instructions very, very clear today before we begin the debate for ownership, and that is to open the bidding on a vendor bid at $800,000 with me. Who's got $850 to kick things along? Don't all go at once. There we go, sir, at $850. Nice to see you and good luck at $850, working alongside Gemma and a big team here to buy.
900.
At $900, thank you, Margaret. On the telephone, Margaret Danza, manager from our Redwood office, working with a buyer at $900. You'd say $950, sir? At $950, got you there. At $950 and a million beckons. What do you reckon, Mark?
$1 million.
$1 million, there it is. Nicely done. Just two in at this stage. Welcome in more. But at $1 million here. First chance, second. At $1 million, I look for $10.50 from you, sir. At $1,050,000, raises two eyebrows at me. Does that mean it was 100,000, or we'll just stick in the $1,050,000s? At $1,050,000, it is hard to raise just one eyebrow. Once called. Beautiful lifestyle here. Got you there, sir. Welcome in. 1.1, I take it. Nice entry into the play. At $1,000,001. 3 in it now. Good social proof. Got you there at $1,150,000. Welcome in as well. 4 in at this stage at $1,150,000. Is it here, here, or here next? You bidding?
1.2.
1.2. Margaret Danza back into the race at $1,200,000. 1,250. Nicely done at $1,250,000. And 1.3 here. Cool, calm, and collected. Well considered with the bid here at 1.3. 1,350. There we go. At $1,350,000. Looking comfortable in the 50s at this stage. Who's got 1.4 for me? Margaret, is it here or sir?
1.75.
Oh, okay, 1,375 at $1 3/8 million. No problems there at $1,375,000. Everyone knew that was 1 3/8, didn't they, Chris?
I did, Mark. I'm sure.
As soon as we landed on it at $1,375,000 the bid. Once called.
885.
Oh, so just putting 10 on at 1,385. Yeah, that's fine at 1,300,000. 1,395. You've started something with the 10s at 1,395. Do you get me to 1,405? 1,405. She says yes, and she says it confidently at 1,405. Sees the value. How are we looking here? Gemma and your buyers, or over here, sir?
1415.
1,415. Nicely done.
No, we've got instructions, we're on the market.
Already, we're on the market and selling. Okay, very good. There we go, at $1,415,000, I sell.
Number 5.
Absolutely. At 1,420.
1425.
1,425 at 1,425,000. Stays alive with the 5 at 1,425. Now's the time to fight. That's right, have those little committee meetings if you need to. It's worth it because someone else is bidding it. At 1,425, selling here first. 1,430 with you.
Straight back.
Straight back with confidence at 143 and 5. Selling once at 1435. I'd go straight to 1450. Shake things up a little bit. The 5s aren't working. Twice now at 143. 1450 jumps the bidding. That's the way to do it, Margaret, at 1,450,000. Taking my advice for others and using it yourself at 1,450,000. Good strong play for the keys. But you're not put off by that, Ash, and your buyers. You come back. Beautiful lifestyle here at 1,450,000. You get a shoebox in Ponsonby for this.
Would it be that big?
Wouldn't be as big as a shoebox. I've got quite big feet though, Chris. So
Oh, yeah, well, it's true.
probably is. At 1,450,000. Another 5 at 145 and 5. And a whole lot of zeros after that.
146.
1,460. I thought you were going to put the 60 on top, Margaret. But at 1,460,000, you're back in the lead. Nose in front, but only just. The keys are within grasp, within reach. At 1,460 selling. How are we looking over here, Gemma, and your buyers? Welcome you back in at any stage. At 1,460. First, selling. Twice. 1,465.
Number 5 press.
1,470. It's the beautiful thing about auction, you can change your mind as many times as you like. At 1,470,000 across this far side. At 1,470,000. Social proof right here in the room. Once. Twice. Penultimate chance at 1,470. Hard to find these sorts of opportunities out there in the marketplace. You take these ones with 2 hands and you live happily ever after. Third and final. Here at 1,470. I'll take 1,000 if you like.
Yeah.
Sure, why wouldn't you? It's only $1,000 at 1,471,000.
1,475.
1,475. Happy to take 1,000 from you. Only 10% today. Worry about the rest later. At 1,475,000. Don't come second in this auction. It's not a good place to be. At 1,475,000. First. You sure? Come on. Twice called. You never know. That one last 1,000 could be the magic one. Third final at 1,475,000. You just need to test it. At 1,475,000. All done. Really appreciate the bidding. All the best in your property search. At 1,475,000. Margaret, your buyer on the phone. Congratulations to them. Thank you to our owners for their instructions. 43 Haywards Road. It goes, and it is sold here. Well done. Congratulations, Margaret. Don't make a runner just yet. To our underbidders, thank you so much for your keen interest and your spirited bidding. We'll just reset the room. I'll ask you just file out and sanitise your hands on your departure, and then we'll move forward to 44 Centaurus Road very shortly. To our lucky last auction of the day, 44 Centaurus Road in Cashmere, proudly brought to the market by Mr. Caleb Griffey, and he has been your tour guide towards home ownership here. Good luck, Caleb. Good luck to our owners. Before we commence with our auction, I will just make the inevitable health and safety announcement. Make sure that you've scanned in, you've signed in, you've used the app, you've sanitised on the way in. Sanitise on your way out when you leave the auction. We'd appreciate you doing that. Keep in the little bubbles that we're working in today, which you're doing. Keep those masks on at all times. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold team know of that situation. There's a few boxes that we are required to tick as an organisation should that happen. Now, as you might expect, with this auction being a brought forward auction, what that means is that our owners have received a pre-auction offer at an acceptable level to them. Now, I'll let you know of that magic number in just a few minutes' time once I've introduced the property. That means that we're effectively on the market and selling. That's effectively our reserve price. So I won't be placing any vendor bids on behalf of my owners. That wouldn't be the right thing to do. I will, however, give some suggestions in terms of the increments by which any bids raise. I still can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the best interest of my owners. However, by and large, I'm going to be very, very happy to work with any genuine bids that I receive from the floor once I announce that pre-auction offer level. If I don't see any further bidding, I'll just simply knock the property down to the initiator of that pre-auction offer, and the property will be sold at that exact level. Now, if you are the successful purchaser, we'll get you to arrange to make a payment of a 10% deposit unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our owners. You'll sign off some paperwork and you'll be able to move forward with your day from there. So, 44 Centaurus Road in Cashmere. This is an estate and cross lease. It's a half share in some 789. It's like counting 789 square metres of land. Flat 1, deposit of plan 58456, and garage 1, deposit of plan 58456. It's all outlined, it's all detailed in that certificate of title that Caleb's been making readily available, probably via your email inboxes. I don't think you offer a postal service with that. Caleb, very much an email man you are. You bid and you buy on those further terms of sale, being clauses 22 through to 28. Most important, most pertinent, I would suggest, is clause 24, just referring in that your understanding that you are buying an as-is, whereas condition with this one. List of chattels, Schedule 2. I won't go through those individually. You've had more than enough time to review those in recent days and weeks. Well, no matter your plans or your motivation with this site and this location, the underlying charm and the character that you get with this 1940s bungalow, I think it's always going to do you well, and it will continually pull on those heartstrings for a number of years to come. The location, well, I don't need to speak about that, do I? It's just magical. It is so popular, so difficult to get into these primetime locations. Cashmere is just one of those popular locations and will continue to do so because you just get a wonderful lifestyle on your back doorstep. There's the river walks literally across the road, and the more exuberant excursions that Chris Kennedy loves on the weekends. Geez, if it's mountain biking, if it's hill running, Chris, you are just absolutely in it. It's always filling up my Instagram on the weekend. Athlete, you're an absolute athlete. So if you want to be an athlete like Chris, you buy this house, you live in this location, and you just transform your life. Just look here at Exhibit A. The school zones, well, they are beyond repute as well. If you've got children, or you're thinking about children, and you're a bit of an average parent, well, you just get the added assistance of great school zonings just to help guide the little rugrats in the future. This is your chance to secure good old-fashioned real estate, that character, that charm, and the location, all in one neat little package. Folks, we've received a pre-auction offer at an acceptable level to our owners. That number that you're all here to listen to and hear is $435,000. So 435,000. Who's got, I don't know, 450 for me? Well, tell me. 450, thank you, Liz. Working with a buyer on the phone at $450,000. At 450, we have an auction at 450. Who's got 455? 455, absolutely welcome in, sir, at 455. Two in at this stage. 470, staying strong in the 15s at 470. So you'd come back at 475 if you're comfortable with the fives. Yep. On the nod, on the yep, at 475. Nicely done. Welcome back at 475. Liz, I take it it's 490 next. That's okay. I'll start listening. Yeah, 490. 490, there we go. Good connection there at 490 and 95, I take it, sir. Out already at $490,000. As easy as that, potentially. At $490 once called. What can you buy under half? Thank you, Grace. Welcome into you at $495. There we go at 4, 9, and 5. 510, Liz. At $495 here. Once called. Looking for...
496.
Okay, 496. I guess you've bid confidently and strongly early on in the piece, so that's fine. At 496 here with you, Liz. Grace, is it 500? Otherwise, I sell here at 496. Once called, twice.
Yep.
500, Liz. Puts 4 on at $500,000. Another one, Liz. Put up the Levi's. Hard to hear over that burble, isn't it, Chris?
Beautiful old V8, mate.
Yeah, it is.
Probably a
Quite good on the fuel, I understand, and
Yeah.
the emissions are quite low as well
Yeah.
with the old Falcons.
you want to improve your footprint.
It's an electric car.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
An electric 69 Falcon.
At 500,000, let us refocus proceedings here. At 500, I sell here. Once called, Liz, it's over here. Not with your buy. I look for one from you. Twice. At 500,000. Didn't you sure you're out? Sure. Just checking. You wouldn't throw a wee 500 on the side. 501. There we go. The Levi's bid, as they say, at 501.
510.
510. Puts 9 on. That's a good bid, but that doesn't put you off, Liz, I'm sure. At 510 with Grace here. Back in the lead. First chance. At 510 for 44. Selling. Twice. At 510. Liz, how are we looking? I know. If you go 5'11", we'd be just short of 6 foot.
My height, mate.
Third call. I think I was that height when I was about 12. Third call. At 510 here, do I sell, Liz? Are they sure? I'll take 500. All done? All done. Appreciate the bidding, Grace. I'm going to sell you the property, 44 Centaurus Road, at 510. Won't accept the late bid from anywhere else. Delighted to announce 44 Centaurus Road in Cashmere. It goes at 510. It goes, and it is sold here. Well done. Thank you, Grace. Thank you for your bidding. Thank you to our underbidders as well. Appreciate your interest and your strong bidding throughout the campaign. Folks, thank you for your interest. That wraps up proceedings here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. I remind you that no matter how much you push the envelope in life, it will always be stationary. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.